Welcome to Woodlands Maths videos. This is a question asked of me 2018 paper 2 specimen paper for hire, and you're asked in part A to complete this square. So I've just done some examples of this just to give you a wee heads up. It's a good question. I take out a common factor of 3 from my first two parts of my trinomial. I then complete the square. Within that, looking to correct it with a minus 16. My 50 is still miles away. I then bring my 3 back in. So I've got 3x plus 4 all squared minus 48. Please remember to multiply the 16 by 3. Too often kids don't. I've still got a plus 50 on the end, and I can tidy that up. So that is completing the square for that trinomial. Part B then asks you, if you've got that polynomial, can you differentiate it? I hope you're all secure with differentiating to give you 3x squared, 24x plus 50. The final part then says, explain why the equation is strictly increasing. Okay, why is it strictly increasing? Well, strictly increasing, and I've got a wee diagram here, it means that the gradient is always positive. So you've got a lovely wee line going all the way up there. No, it's not a thread. That's a beautiful line. It's never flat. There's never a stationary point on that because the gradient is always positive. So what do we do? What we need to do then is, we've worked out in part B that that is your gradient function. So I'm wanting you to sketch a graph of this gradient function. And I hope you've noticed that this is the same equation that we had, function that we had in the first part of the question. So we've already completed the square. And if you complete the square, then you can happily work out a turning point. And we happily know that that's a parabola and it's a smiley face because my x squared term is positive. So what does that allow me to do? I can plot my minus 4 and 2 on my parabola. I know that it's a smiley face. It's a gradient graph, so my y-axis has got the gradient on it. Anything above the x-axis shows that I've got a positive gradient. Anything below shows I've got a negative gradient. And anything on the x-axis shows I've got a gradient of 0. So how does this work? Well, this indicates the gradient. This parabola is only in the positive region. So since the dy by dx graph is, paper's just running out. Since the dy by dx graph is always greater than 0, because the minimum turning point is 2 for my gradient, then the gradient is greater than 0. And because the gradient is greater than 0, the function is strictly increasing. I hope that helps you. Well done.